by doing the work, the scholars will come much closer to the truth. And I think that's the idea. We want to find the historical truth. So no, I would rather not see the lawyers do it. I apologize to the lawyers who are in the audience. But I think this is a business for historians. Of course, that means more work for me.
Turgut Varol, Pilot Kurmay Yarbay, Hava Kuvvetleri Komutanlığı, tüm diğer toplumlara büyük bir hoşgörüyle yaklaşan Osmanlı ve Türkiye'nin kendi sistemi içinde Ermenilere hangi görevleri ve hakları verdiği gerçek anlamda bilinmiyor. Bu konuda yapılacak bir sosyolojik ve akademik çalışma Ermeni propagandası etkisindeki insanlar üzerinde ne kadar etkisi olabilir ya da bu çalışma için çok mu geç kalınıyor?
Probably better tell me. I think I missed something.
Okay. Well, since the Ottoman Turks have been very favorably
the end.
Yeah. Well, if some sort of the sociological and economic study have been made on the Armenian propaganda, is it too late, or what can be done about it?
Okay, excuse me, that's sometimes a little difficult. Is it too late? I hope not. I can't tell you for sure that if we start to work very hard on the studies of all these things, that we will come to a good conclusion. I can never promise you that. As I told you, I believe it is a war. In a war, you never know that you're going to win when you start out fighting the war. But you have to do it because it's right. It's not an easy thing to say. It's not easy to tell people, I don't know if I'm going to win or if I'm going to lose, but you have to do it not because you're going to be rich, not because you're going to be famous. You have to do it because it's the right thing to do. But that's all I can tell you. This war has to be fought because lies have to be opposed. People have to try to tell the truth and to make sure that others tell the truth. Having said that, I think that because so many people have heard so many bad things about the Turks, that it's like it is a great wall of ice, a great iceberg. People say the Turks are evil, they do bad things, they deny human rights, they killed the Armenians, they did all these things. People believe all these bad things. Because it is a wall of ice, once you begin to chip away, once you begin to say, see, the Turks are not this way. The Turks have democracy. The Turks have human rights. The Turks did not kill Armenians in a genocide. The ice, once you chip at that ice, it begins to crack. It begins to crumble. And pretty soon, all of the ice falls into a piece. Because so many bad things have been said about Turks, perhaps a few true things will cause so much questioning, so much doubt in people's minds that it will be easier than I think. Is this understandable? I hope. So yes, I think there's a chance, and I will tell you, I would not be here if I did not think there is a chance. I've dedicated my life to the study of this history, as many of you have in this audience I know, and you think that this is an important question. If I didn't believe I could win, I wouldn't do it. Right? My mother told me always to do the right thing. My father said, make sure you win, too.
Avrupa'da ve Amerika'da bu kadar çok propaganda yapılmasına ve bunca Ermeninin çalışmasına rağmen karşı Türkiye sizce ne yapıyor? Bir şey yapıyor mu? Karşı propaganda nasıl yapılır?
Unfortunately, I don't have enough time to say everything that should be done. As I understand that the question is basically asking that, what should be done to counter?
Are we doing something?
Yeah, but I mean, well, I assume not just what's being done now, but what should be done as well.
Yeah, as well.
I mean, as to what is being done, I won't speak about government activities. Right? Obviously, the Turkish government has a program of people that are trying to get the ideas across, and it has very many very competent ambassadors, people who are doing a very good job in many ways. I won't speak about them. The reason I won't speak about them is because diplomats are expected to say what the government wants them to say. You will excuse me if I put this way. But would you mind if I tell the usual definition of diplomacy? The usual definition of a diplomat is someone who lies in the service of his country. Now, of course, the people I have met don't do that. The people I have met on this issue, perhaps because I agree with them, it seems to me they're telling the truth. But because when a diplomat says these things, people say, aha, he would say the same thing no matter what. If the government told him, change your mind tomorrow, he would have to. And that's what you want. You want diplomats to represent your country. You don't want them to do things on their own. You want them to represent the country. Because of that, the best work that can be done is going to always be done by private citizens. Now, a number of people have come to me today, actually, a number at other times in Ankara, organizations like the Rotary that are getting involved in this issue, like the Democratic Foundation that I spoke for a couple of months ago, organizations, think tanks in Ankara, things are actually beginning to be done. And when I gave my talk, I said, I was very surprised, things I'd never thought would be done. When I began to work